Hey, welcome back to the Speakeasy, everybody. Cocktails today, we're going to do a 2-for-1. We're going to give you a Boulevardier and an Americano. These two are so similar. They both have 3 ingredients. There's one ingredient that's different between the two. You make them a little bit different, but they both end up, obviously, in the glass and on ice. So let's get started. We're going to start out with the Americano. It says to do 1.5 ounces of Campari. So we have our Campari here. We're going to mix this one right in the glass. 1.5 ounces. Now, I've got 13.5 ounce old-fashioned glasses here, so it's going to look like it's not very much in there, but just try to ignore that. And then we're going to have 1.5 ounces of sweetened vermouth. So that's a 1-to-1 ratio. Pour that right in the glass. And then we're going to have 2 ounces of soda water. Now what we're going to do, we got this in here. We're just going to give this a quick stir to make sure it's mixed up. And then we are going to add ice. And then we're going to top with 2 ounces of soda water. I don't really need to measure soda water, but we will just because it says 2 ounces. And that, my friends, is an Americano. Again, Campari. Let's get this other glass out of the way. 1.5 ounces of Campari, 1.5 ounces of sweet vermouth, and 2 ounces of club soda. Just put it all in the glass. Put these two in the glass, add ice, add your club soda, and now we're going to garnish this with an orange peel. At the end, just give it a little spritz, just like that. And then however you can get your orange peel to lie, you can curl it over the edge, something to that effect. Now you've got yourself an Americano. So what's the difference between an Americano and a Boulevardier? You don't put soda water, you put more alcohol. So right away, I'm a fan of the Boulevardier, so let's see how this works. So instead of mixing it directly in the glass, we're going to mix it in this mixing glass. So we're going to put ice in here. And then we're going to mix this directly into this mixing glass. Now this one's calling for 1 ounce of Campari. I'm going to mix these about the same. So put 1.5 ounces of Campari. Right there. And then we're going to have 1.5 ounces of the whiskey. I'm going to go, it says 1.5 ounces or so. I'm going to go 2 ounces of rye whiskey. And then we're going to have 1.5 ounces of the vermouth. Sweet vermouth. Put that right in there. Now we're going to stir this down for about 15 seconds. All right, and we're going to grab our strainer and we're going to strain this directly into this old-fashioned glass. And then we're going to garnish with an orange peel. Again, we're going to spritz. Drop that in there. And this one says you can add a cherry, so we're going to add a cherry to it as well. There you go. You have yourself an Americano and a Boulevardier. What's the difference in taste? I don't know. Let's try them out. That smells great. Kind of more of the Campari taste in there than the rye and the sweet vermouth. Those two taste very, very similar. The Campari is pretty strong taste-wise, Obviously the club soda lightens it up a little bit in the Americano, but they're both very, very tasty. You taste the sweet vermouth, the Campari, and then whether you want the rye. You could put bourbon in this if you don't like rye. And even if you don't want any rye or bourbon, obviously go with the Americano and just put in the club soda. Hey, thanks for watching today. Hope you enjoyed these two cocktails. If you do, be sure to like, subscribe. Give me some comments down below. Tell me what cocktails you want to see here next time on the Speakeasy. Until then, this is Scalper, out.